My name's Gary Nappar, I'm the lead designer on Alien Isolation, and we're here at E3 in Los Angeles. It's been really great fun to see people come out because they've been in the queue and there's been some people who've heard about the game and they're already scared to play it. Other people are just kind of curious and checking it out, but every single person we've seen come out has just been like, that was amazing, that's so much fun, and it was totally scary, and there's people dying multiple times, and I think it's really, really great to see their reactions. The game's been in development for over 3 years, a creative assembly in the UK, where people are asking us things about, don't you guys make strategy games? But no, we're actually a separate team to the Total War team, so we've had our own development on this for the last 3 years, and yeah, we've seen a massive change in it. It's come out really, really well. Firstly, it was great to see there were so many people out there who were really, really still passionate about the Alien franchise and the Alien IP. And secondly, it was really frustrating for me personally because most of the replies are saying, I want a game where the alien's scary and there's only one of them and they're terrifying, and I'm like, but that's what we're doing, and I had to keep silent about it and not be able to reply. So sitting on these forums just really wanting to shout to the world, we're making that game and it's incredible, and luckily we're able to do that now and people are reacting to it really well. It's one of those things where the experience from Aliens translates fairly well to a video game because you've got machine guns, you can gun down hordes of them, it's a kind of satisfying feeling, but it does take something away from the actual fear of a single character. And the question we asked ourselves was, would it be possible to make a game where there was just one alien and you were just terrified of it appearing, and how would you react to it? And us being able to build that and show people today has been amazing. So people really, really get what we're doing. So the first thing was, could we physically do this? Because it is the game as a team we've always wanted to, not just make but play. No one's really made a game that we feel that has reflected the alien in that terrifying light of, you not being equipped to deal with it. So first of all, we don't give you any machine guns, we don't give you rocket launchers or super power weapons. You're just scrounging for anything you can find in the environment to defend yourself. And when you're having to do that, and this massive creature's there, it's hugely terrifying. It's a really scary experience. And the idea that it's always there, it's always tracking you, it's always hunting you. When you see a shadow move in a corridor, your first thought is, oh, is that the alien? And sometimes it's not, and it just keeps you on your toes so much. So I think partially the gameplay of not overpowering the player, making them all about defending themselves, distracting and evading them. And the other side is the visual aesthetic that the art team have done, and they have done an incredible job on recreating that world of the 1979 film. And mostly it's because they've deconstructed the original set into kind of component parts and said, right, this part is engineering, this part looks like medical, that part looks like science. And they've built up these archetypes they can construct new spaces from. So they use components and they build these new areas up, and it's a brand new space, and we've done some really interesting environments, but every single thing you look at, you go, yeah, that looks like it should be an alien. At Colonial Marines were in development, our major concern was we were going to be too similar, and it was going to be another alien game that's the kind of same, but when we were looking at it, there's such different games. As soon as you play the game, or play Alien Isolation, you pick up the controller and you feel the movement speed is very different, and the fact there isn't a weapon on screen the whole time, and you pick up a pistol and there's one round in it, and you go, oh, okay. It's that sort of game, and yeah, the experience, the tension, the kind of constant fear of dread is just something that's present, is very, very different. Well, this team was put together primarily to make this game, so it's kind of been built from scratch. We've had talent from all across the industry come and join us, so I actually joined the studio to make this game myself. So we have people from like EA and like Rockstar and Ubisoft and Crytek, and we've gathered so much experience, even some people from the film industry as well. So we've really, really built up a really knowledgeable team and really know what they're doing, and I think you can see that reflected in the demo we're presenting. In the opening scenes of the film, there's a coffee grinder on the wall in one of the kitchen panning scenes. It's a very, very small thing, you see it for about 5 seconds, but it's actually a Krupp's Caffeine model, and it's from like the 1970s, and it's the same coffee grinder they use on the back of the DeLorean in Back to the Future as Mr. Fusion. So I keep seeing that, hey, it's Mr. Fusion, and it's all those little bits we've put in the game that you kind of see, like the nodding birds and just every single little bit of detail, right down to the cigarette packets and the chocolate bars you could see in the original film. So I think there's so much detail in the environment that you'll recognise if you're a big Alien fan, so otherwise you'll just be terrified of the shadows that are creeping around the corners. I look at our studio as a group of fans making the game they've always wanted to play. And when you think about that, we're trying to please ourselves first, because it's like we know what we've always wanted to play and what that Alien game is, and what we've made is pretty much it. And I think the reaction from everyone who's playing it and everyone's actually managed to get hands-on is just proving that at the moment, because obviously people are skeptical after some previous Alien games, but as soon as they pick up the controller and play the game, they just, yeah, this is it.